Yes. Is my voice audible? Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am, audible, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Audible.
So hope so all the participants have joined the FTP program today. So let's begin. So good evening everyone. It's me again, your host for this evening, Pradeepa Nagarajan, joining virtually to take your today's session of your FTP program. A warm welcome to each of you joining us for day 2 of our National Virtual Faculty Development Program on Tech Enabled Student Development in a VUCA-BANI world. This FTP is organized by the Department of Corporate Secretaryship to Agachan Manuel Jain College, aims to equip educators to thrive and lead in a dynamic and unpredictable academic environment. We are truly honored by your presence and participation today. Now, yeah. So let us all begin the session with a moment of a divine prayer. I request everyone to kindly join us in listening to the Jain Maha Mantra followed by Tamil Taiwal.
ॐ नमो वरिहन्ताणं ॐ नमो सिद्धाणम् ॐ नमो यरियाणम् ॐ नमो वच्छायाणम् नमो लोये सवसाहूणम् ईशो पञ्चनमुक्तारम् सद्भक्तावकनाशनो मङ्गलाणं च सत्त्वेसिं कढमं हवै मङ्गलम् कढमं हवै मङ्गलम् நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராரும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமில் எக்கணமும் அதிசிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறைநுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் வழக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறப்பியல்ந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே.
Thank you to all the participants. Now I invite Dr. A. Vimal Devika to formally deliver the welcome address. Ma'am, ma'am, please unmute and
Unmute,
please.
ma'am. Your voice is not audible.
A very good evening to one and all present here. And behalf of the Department of Corporate Secretaryship, I am happy and honored to welcome you all to the 7th day virtual faculty development program on TECO-enabled student development in a VUCA-BANI world, preparing learner for the uncertain future. It gives me great pleasure to warmly welcome our esteemed dignitaries, Secretary Shri Udan Kumar Chodia, Associate Secretary Sri Hemant P. Chodia, Dean Dr. M. M. Ramya, Deputy Dean Dr. R. Sureka, and Director Dr. N. Venkatraman sir, whose presented inspires and support all our academic endeavors. I am especially delighted to extend a heartfelt welcome to our resource person, Dr. Kala Sneha, Associate Professor at the College of Commerce and currently serving as a resource person at Andaman College. She specialized in teaching accounting papers to Bachelor of Commerce students. Welcome, madam. I would also like to warmly welcome our fellow faculty members from various institutions. Your enthusiastic participation truly adds value to this academic initiatives. Once again, thank you all for joining us. I wish you enriching and meaningful experience and throughout the program. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Vimal Devika, for your thoughtful and encouraging words. It is now to introduce our distinguished speaker for this evening, and I request Dr. Nirmala Raghavan to kindly introduce our resource person, Dr. S. Kala ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Pradeepa. Good evening, one and all. It gives me an immense pleasure to introduce our distinguished academician and passionate educator, Dr. Kala Sneha, who joins us today as a resource person for this session. Currently serving at Andaman College, Andaman Nicobar and Islands, Dr. Kala Sneha is a dynamic personality in the field of commerce, education, and research. Dr. Sneha is a doctorate in commerce from Wales University. It was earned in the year 2024. Adding to her academic accolades, she has also successfully qualified for UGC NET. She has participated in more than 15 national and international conferences, attended over 30 webinars aimed at the professional and academic development. She has presented more than 5 plus academic conferences, published 12 research articles in UGC care listed journals, and authored 4 papers in reputed Scopus indexed journals. In addition to her research and teaching, she is actively involved in curriculum planning, academic publishing, and fostering student engagement, which makes her a well rounded academic professional. Dr. Kala Sneha is a role model for aspiring educators and researchers, seamlessly blending academic depth with practical teaching insights. Our presence here today promises to bring valuable knowledge and perspective to all of us. We look forward to an enlightening session, ma'am. We welcome you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. It's not audible, ma'am.
Sorry.
Pradeepa, ma'am, please unmute.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we are now proceed to the main session of this evening. So the participant whom they are waiting for, it is an honor to invite Dr. Kala Sneha, Assistant Professor, Andaman College, Andaman and Nicobar Island, to lead today's session on this topic, rethinking pedagogy, shifting to student-centric and adaptive learning. Ma'am, we are delighted to have you with us. The
Thank you,
virtual
thank you.
platform is now yours. Yes, ma'am.
Is this slide visible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Karthikeyan sir,
Yes, ma'am, it's
make
visible.
it a full screen.
Is
Please.
it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible, but bring it to slideshow, ma'am, or make it a full screen.
Okay, give me 1 second, ma'am.
Yes.
Now?
No, ma'am. Karthi, please assist her, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Give me a moment. I will. Can I play the PPT, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, sir, sure.
Okay.
Now it is okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the help.
Thank you.
So, shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, respected faculty members and dear students, a very good evening and thank you for being here today. It's both an honor and a necessity to talk about something that touches the core of education, how we teach, how students learn, and how we can do both better. So, today's topic is about rethinking pedagogy, shifting to student centered and adaptive learning. It's not just a trendy phrase, it's a call for transformation in our classroom, in our thinking, and ultimately in our results. So, the next slide. Sir, please, next slide. Thank you, sir. So, why rethink pedagogy? Let me start with a simple example, or with a simple question. When was the last time we asked our students how they want to learn, not just what they want to learn? I think we never asked them. So, let me start with an example also. So, imagine you are a passenger on a bus. The route is fixed. No matter where you need to go, the bus follows the same path. That's traditional education. Same content, same speed, and same path for everyone. But now imagine you are in a cab. You tell the driver your destination and they adapt the route based on traffic, your preferences, and even your mood. That's student centered and adaptive learning. So, the need to rethink pedagogy is clear. Today's learners are not just passengers, they are the drivers. In a world of AI, instant access to information, and rapidly evolving careers, we cannot afford to use outdated teaching methods. Rethinking pedagogy means acknowledging the diversity of learners, their interest, backgrounds, learning style, and space. Take a real world scenario. In a commerce class, one student understands financial statements quickly, while another struggles with the basic concept of accounting. In traditional teaching, it moves regardless of the student's capability. But in adaptive pedagogy, pauses, revisit, and reframes the concept for the struggling student. So, next slide, please. Thank you. From sage on the stage to guide on the side. Traditional teaching put the teachers at the center, the all knowing source of information. But today, with a world of knowledge a click away, our role is evolving. Let me give you another example. In a traditional commerce class, a teacher might lecture on a marketing strategy for 45 minutes. Students take notes, some understand, some pretend to understand, and others are lost in their own world. So now imagine a student-centered approach used in the class. The teacher begins with a real-world challenge: how we can market a new eco-friendly product to Gen Z consumers. Students from marketing teams conduct surveys, research, create digital campaigns, and even test their pitch on social media. The teachers move between the groups, guiding, challenging, and supporting. That's learning by doing, not just listening. When students own their learning process, they ask more questions, solve problems creatively, and develop critical thinking skills. I once asked a student what they learned from my lecture. One of the students, very adamantly, he said, "How to sleep with my eyes open." So that was the time when I thought there should be a change in teaching method. Next slide, sir. From industrial age education to information age learning, the current model of education was designed during the Industrial Revolution. The goal was to produce workers who could follow instructions, perform repetitive tasks, and stay in line both literally and figuratively. That's why classrooms were structured like factories: rigid schedules, identical instruction, standardized assessment. But today, we live in the information age, and now more than ever, we need creative thinkers, problem solvers, innovators, and lifelong learners. The old model was built for compliance. The new world demands curiosity, adaptability, and agency. Next slide, sir. So, what is student centered learning? So, student centered learning puts the learner at the heart of the process. It prioritizes their needs, preferences, and active participation. It's not about abandoning the structure, it's about flexibility within the structure. Taking a real life example, in a business studies classroom, instead of assigning everyone with the same case study, we can provide a selection of businesses from local startup to international brands. Students can choose based on their interest and work on analysis using different business models. Assessments are diversified. Some can write reports, some can create infographics or conduct interviews. The objective remains the same, but the path to reach it varies. The next slide, please. Okay, next is what is adaptive learning. So, adaptive learning uses data and technology to adjust instructions based on individual performance. It's personalized learning on a dynamic scale. Think of a finance learning platforms like Zeroda Varsity or Khan Academy. They assess your strength and weakness in real time. If you keep missing questions on, example, investment strategies, the system recommends a tailored resources. In a classroom, adaptive platforms do the same with different subjects, let it be economics, business, math, and many more. Let's taking another example. A commerce faculty integrates an adaptive learning platform for accountancy. Student A, who is confident, moves quickly to complex journal entries and taxation, while student B needs more time with ledgers. So the system offers them extra practice videos, walkthroughs, and mini quizzes. So next slide, please. Okay, what are the benefits of student-centered and adaptive learning? Why we have to shift from traditional based teaching to a student-centered based teaching? So the first one is increased engagement. This is very important. Students are active participants. Instead of passively absorbing information, they ask questions. For example, in a marketing projects, students develop brand campaigns, analyze the customer data, and present pitch decks to a mock board of directors. And learning becomes exciting and relevant when students get engaged with it. So next one is improved understanding. Learning becomes contextual and meaningful when students relate the content to real life. It improves their retention. For example, rather than memorizing the economic terms, students analyze current stock markets, trends, inflation reports, or budget announcement to understand the economic principles of our country. Third one is greater equity. Every student gets the support they need. For instance, a student who struggles with data interpretation can use Excel tutorials or visualization tools like Tableau, while others move to statistical forecasting. Adaptive tools close the learning gaps without labeling the students. Fourth one is skill development. Beyond academics, a student build vital life skill. In a student-led startup simulation, they collaborate, allocate roles, conduct market research, present their business plan to a panel. These experiences foster communication, creativity, problem-solving skill in real world. Next slide, sir. Okay, we are talking about transformation from traditional to modern. So, for doing this, we need three main pillars, that are teacher and lecturers, students, and institution. They are the main pillars if we want to shift from a traditional method to modern method. So, next slide, sir. So the first and the important one is how teacher can start the shift. You don't need to overhaul your entire curriculum overnight. Small steps matters a lot. It can be start with a formative assessment. These are low stakes, real time checks for understanding. A quick quiz using Google Forms, Padlet, or even an exit slips asking what confused you today helps guide instructions and correct misconceptions early. Next one is offer choices. Empower students to choose their learning path. In commerce, instead of assigning a single report on financial market, offer option to the students, a podcast analysis, a short video documentary, or a comparative study of investment platform. Let students choose their format and what they want to learn. Next is using blended learning, that is a mix of traditional teaching with digital tools. Flip the classroom by sharing recorded lectures or reading before the class. Then use the classroom time for debates, let it be case study discussion or group problem solving. And there are many platforms like Google Classroom, Moodle, which support blended models effectively. Next one is encourage peer learning. Students learn better when they teach each other, and encourage peer feedback on business presentation, host student led question answer sessions, and create team based simulation. It not only reinforce the content but build the leadership among them. So next slide please. So, in doing this, we need digital tools. Digital tools have become the backbone of adaptive and student-centered education. These tools include the first one is learning management system, which we call in short form as LMS platform, like Google Classroom, Moodle, Canvas, which helps in organizing the content, track progress, and facilitate the communication. The next tool is interactive tools. like Kahoot, Quizzy, Mentimeter, Padlet make assessment and brainstorming more engaging. Then collaboration tool like Google Docs, Microsoft Team, Notion, Trello allow real-time collaboration, especially useful in group assignments and presentation. When I was a child, I used to ask my parents about the doubts or to my teachers about the doubts which I have in my classroom. But nowadays, students ask Chat GPT and somehow it even does their homework too. So, next slide, please. So, learning design for student centered pedagogy, that is, instructional design for modern classroom. So, effective learning design plays the foundation for impactful teaching. It includes number one, that is, clear learning outcomes. Every session should begin with specific objective. That is, the objective of any class should be clear. What the students should know or be able to do by the end. For example, if the objective of the class is student will be able to calculate break even points for a business model, so the end of the class session he or she should understand how to calculate such points. Next, personalized pathway gives students some control over the order, pace, or content. Allow those interested in finance to explore investment simulation, while others focus on budgeting or banking system. Let the student choose their own pathways. The third one is active learning. Incorporate active learning like role plays, case studies, debates, simulation. Instead of just talking about supply and demand, let students play a pricing game where they respond to the market shift. Next is formative assessment. There should be a regular check of understanding through short reflections, quizzes, quick polls. For this, we can use Socrate or Google Forms to make it more efficient. Next one is reflection and feedback, very important one. Encourage students to reflect on what they have learned and how they have learned it. Offer personalized feedback instead of just grades. Peer reviews always play a crucial role in building a growth mindset. Next, sir. Now, it was all about the teachers. What are the duties of teachers for the transformation? Next is how students can take this ownership, how they can contribute. So, the first is ask questions and be curious. Don't be afraid to challenge ideas or explore alternatives. Reflect on your learning style. So students should have their own style, own learning style. Some of you may prefer reading reports, others learn by designing presentation or teaching concept. Embrace challenge and feedback. Growth comes from pushing your limits or pushing your boundaries. Accept feedbacks on your business proposal or any ideas given by the lecturers or teachers in the classroom. Analysis of a report as a guide, not a criticism. So the student should know to take the criticism as a constructive criticism. Next one is collaborate and support peers. Working in team enhances empathy and leadership and accountability. So students should always try to collaborate and support each other in classroom. So next slide, sir. So the last pillar is institutional support. To fully realize this shift from traditional to modern, institution must provide training and time for teachers to adapt. Like for example, regular workshop on tools like Canva or data visualization can empower teachers. Collaborative planning time is also crucial. Next is invest in technology and infrastructure. This can be done by the institution. Provide a student with access to devices, internet, and adaptive platforms. Ensure Wi-Fi and smart classrooms, which is the basic requirement of today's generation. The next is redesigning the assessment. We have to move beyond the exams to be included in our portfolio. Students can pitch presentation, simulations, or case challenges. Let students choose how to demonstrate their understanding. So next slide, sir. So the biggest question which arises, will this reduce the academic rigor? So the answer will be absolutely not. In fact, student-centered and adaptive learning can increase academic rigor, not by piling on more content, but by deepening the way students engage with it. Because instead of just memorizing theories, students apply concepts to real world and complex problems. This demand higher order thinking, analysis, evaluation, and synthesis. For example, instead of memorizing the four P's of marketing, students can design a real marketing campaign for a local product. They research the customer preferences, calculate budgets, plan promotions, and analyze the competitors. This is not easier, it's more rigorous because students are using knowledge in action. So, academic rigor should be defined not by how hard students struggle with the content, but by how deeply they can think, solve problems, and adapt what they know to new situations. So, academic rigor will not be reduced, but it will definitely but it will be deepening the way students engaged with the content. Next slide, sir. So the next thing which comes and very important thing is, what about the exams and standards? This is a very valid concern, but here is the key. Student centered and adaptive learning does not throw out the standard. It supports students in meeting them more efficiently. By recognizing that students take different path to the mastery. Adaptive tools identify where a student struggles and offer support while still holding them to the same end goal. For example, let us take two students need to master in financial statement analysis. One may learn best with a step-by-step tutorial, while another student explore the real company reports and then he draw the conclusion. Both are assessed on the same competency. Both of them interpret the financial data, but they reached it through different method. That is through different method or to the different pathways. So this approach does not lower the standard of any institution or exams. It raises the chance that more students will actually meet them. So next slide please. Okay, so okay, so the next slide is about, won't this take more time and planning doing this? Yes, at the beginning, there is a learning curve for both teachers and institution. But once the systems are in place, teaching becomes more efficient and rewarding because you stop reteaching the same topic over and over. With the adaptive tools and student ownership, misconceptions are caught early, engagement is higher, and students drive their own learning. And using use of digital tools like Google Classroom, Moodle, Blackboard, Canvas help organize, automate assessment, track progress of the students, and give real time data, all of which will reduce the repetitive administrative task. Next slide, sir. Okay. Now, what about the evidence of all this, of shifting from traditional to modern? So, the movement towards student centered and adaptive learning isn't just a theory, it's not a theory, it can be done practically. It's already been happening around the world with powerful result. The first one is Finland, a global leader in personalized learning, and they have adopted the student centered and adaptive learning, and they have implemented that no national standardized test until the end of high school. They have led emphasis on student well-being, creativity and curiosity. Teachers are highly trained professionals with autonomy in the classroom, and students receive personalized support, and learning is paced to match their needs. Why it works in Finland? Because Finland's model proves that rigor does not require stress. By removing constant pressure from tests, students are more motivated and less anxious. Teachers have time to focus on meaningful instructions rather than constant test preparation. So, the next example is about Singapore, balancing excellence with adaptation. So, Singapore's education system is often praised for its rigorous standard, but what's less known is how deeply student centered strategies are woven in the structure. Teachers have to undergo regular and mandatory professional development. There is a strong focus on adaptive teaching using data and feedback to guide instruction. They emphasize on the feedback mostly, and they have also emphasized on real world application. Let it be any subject, science, math or commerce, they are using real world applications, and that's why it is the that's why the Singapore's education is very top class. So, and Singapore balances the high achievement with adaptive methodologies, preparing students not just for test but for the future. So the next thing is why these stories matter to us, because these example from Finland and Singapore show us that student-centered and adaptive learning is not a luxury; it's a necessity for future readiness. It's not a distraction from academic rigor; it's a vehicle to deeper learning. Not a Western or elite concept. It's scalable across the system and culture. Next slide, sir. Okay. Rethinking pedagogy is not about discarding the old traditional method. I'm not telling to discard the old method, but it's about evolving to serve today's learners better. As educator, we must design learning experience that ignite the curiosity, foster independence, and adapt to every student's journey. And as a student they have also the duty, they must rise to challenge of becoming active learners, not just passive recipient. They have to ask questions in the class, they have to participate, they have to collaborate with their teachers or lecturers. They should not be passive, they should be active. And we have to move from a rigid instruction to responsive education, from conformity to creativity, from control to collaboration. And we have to shift the question from what did you teach today to what did they learn today and how they have learned, from a chalk and talk method, which is a traditional method, to now it's click and think method. That's how we can shift from a traditional method to student centered and adaptive learning method. Thank you. If
Ma'am,
anyone,
thank you so much
thank you,
for,
ma'am.
yeah. So the session was really highly insightful and engaging session. We will now move on to the question and answer session. So the participants, if you're interested, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself, and you can clarify your doubts, or uh, your question can be posted in chat box. So kindly drop your questions in chat box, or you can unmute as well. So we will take a few selected questions for speaker to address. So is there any questions, dear participants?
No one
Any
has any
questions?
questions?
We'll wait for some time, ma'am.
Okay, sure, sure, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Before it, I would like to ask you a question.
Okay,
Just
sure,
for fun.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, yeah, we the teachers are from mainland India, right? And you are in like island. You are living
Yes,
in
yes, ma'am.
island life, right? So the question is, do your students ever joke about island life in the classroom setting, or could you share a memorable one? It could be anything.
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't understand your question.
The question
What?
is,
What? Yes, ma'am.
the teachers are from mainland India. We are residing
Yes,
in
yes,
India,
yes, ma'am.
and you reside in Ireland, isn't
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
So your students used to have an island life.
Yes, yes,
So
ma'am.
have you ever, do your students ever thought about island life, living an island life in the classroom setting?
Yes, 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 ma'am. They always, whenever I used to teach them, they used to ask me, they used to tell me that, ma'am, please give examples from mainland India, like what is comparative analysis. They ask about all the time comparatively, give examples like comparative the mainland India and the islands. But basically, when we teach them, there is no such boundaries, or there is no such difference between teaching. The same technique which we use in the island, that same technique can be used in the mainland India also. But the examples varies, ma'am, because they are not much familiar with the mainland India. They may be visiting as a tourist, but I used to give them examples which are there in our islands.
So is there any advice would you give to the teachers from mainland India about teaching in island, or if suppose if an opportunity to teach?
Yeah, yeah, sure. It's a very different experience to teach in island. Sometimes we used to face a connectivity problem due to we used to have cyclones every month. So
Yeah,
we used to sometimes we used to get connectivity problem, which is where I think rare in mainland India. Uh, I think if you come over
that
here,
is,
you will enjoy the
yes,
peaceful life over here.
yeah,
And
really,
as a
that
teacher,
is,
you will enjoy here because the students are really nice, and they support teachers, and they collaborate with teachers as well.
yeah. So that is like we can enjoy as well.
Yeah, sure, sure, ma'am.
So apart from teaching, we can also enjoy the island environment. Though it
Yes,
is a
yes,
remote
it's a
environment,
very safe,
yeah,
very friendly environment.
present, yeah.
Yes.
So this is what. Okay.
Yes,
So is there any
participants.
participant
Any
uh,
questions,
with your
participants?
questions?
Yes, ma'am, I'm Chitra here. So I have a question. Like you talked more about the pedagogy that you can implement in the classroom. That was really nice. But I want to know, like certain things I want to learn from you. That what kind of gaming methodologies that we can implement in the classroom so that they can be engaging, fun filled, and also they are learning their subject in a different way. So, could you please let me know some methodologies that we can implement and you know uh, make it something realistic for them to understand
Sorry, ma'am.
easily?
I just got half of your question. As I said,
Okay.
connectivity issue. Can you please
Okay.
repeat the question, ma'am?
Okay. Am I audible now, ma'am?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. You are audible, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to ask is like you were telling a lot of things about the pedagogy and know some gaming methods that we can implement in the classroom. Okay. We just give a glimpse of that. So no, you cannot give a complete idea related to the management or engineering, whatever subject is that. So what kind of gaming methodologies we can use it no so that that kind of pedagogy that we can use it so that it will be interesting for them for the students and for also learning in a fun way. So could you please let me know with your experience the whatever examples or what you have tried in the classroom that was a big hit and that was a most memorable one in your classroom that students used to ask it like that. Could you please share about that, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, sure, ma'am. So the first methodology will be like game-based learning. I think, like playing a stock market simulation game in a commerce classroom, or let it be any classroom. You can you can place student and tell them like you are a buyer or you are a seller. You have to you have to encourage the seller or buyer to get deal, to crack a deal, how you can more effectively engage them. Like for example, have you seen this Shark Tank, ma'am?
Sorry, I'm not aware of that. Could you please
Uh,
explain about that?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's a platform where you can pitch your business. So the same thing we used to do in our classroom. Like if you are a seller, how you can sell your product, and I am a investor. So you have to sell me those products so that I can invest in your business. So that is the basically a Shark Tank. It's called, and it's very much done in abroad also,
What is
and
it called? Could you please repeat? Sorry.
it's a Shark Tank, ma'am. Shark Tank.
Shark,
Shark.
shark attack.
Yes.
Please type it in the chat box so that I can understand the.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think.
shark attack. Okay, yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, ma'am. It's where different investors come from around the world, and the seller or they have to pitch, that they have to make them to invest in your business. How can you do such things? So same thing we used to do in the classroom. I'm the investor. You have to convince me that I will be readily investing in your business. So whichever business is very much promising, I will definitely invest in business. So this type of game we used to play in the classroom. And then debates, it's very much done in the classroom. I used to divide the class in group A or group B. The losing team will have to bring some chocolates for the winning team. And this type of games used to do. And role playing games, the role that I'm a seller, buyer, investor, financer, this all type of role playing games are also done in the classes. And the main thing which we used to do is quiz game. So every student I used to ask them a different question, or I used to give them this in Google form. So I used to circulate a Google form in which there are different quizzes, and they have to select from A, B, or C option. And whoever students get higher marks, they used to get chocolates and all that. This type of game used to play in the classroom, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your experience that you have shared. Thanks a lot. It means a lot for me so to implement in the classroom also. I
Thank
feel
you, ma'am.
everyone will take this as a note for giving some new gaming methodologies in their classroom and make their classrooms a fun way of learning.
Fun, yes,
Thanks
ma'am.
a lot for
Actually,
sharing, ma'am.
yes, yes, ma'am. Teaching by doing is very much in trend nowadays.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, there is a question that has been posted by participant Pushpalata M. So she has asked, can you suggest gamification and case study related website that will help
Gamification
us?
app or any website? You're asking about the website. Okay. So the first one I would suggest is Kahoot. 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 It's a live quizzes, polls, and games. Kahoot is like you can post a question and students will answer it live. And the next one is Quizzy. Quizizz. It's Quizzy. It's an interactive quizzes and homeworks. It's a self-paced learning and team competition. In that you can, like, student can compete with one another. Then next one I would suggest is Classcraft. 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 It's a full classroom gamification platform, turning the daily classes behavior and learning into a games. And next I would suggest is booklet. Booklet. Blooket. So it's like reviewing games using question answer formats. uh, yeah, that's it.
Fine. Is there any
Sorry,
other
it is a
participant?
booklet. Hmm.
Booklet.
Uh, um, L-O-K-E-T. Hmm.
Blooket.
Okay.
Okay, now is there any other participant like to ask any questions? That's it. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you for your thoughtful response, and this was really a wonderful session. So more of information. So this is it. So we have come to an end. So before we conclude, we kindly request all the participants to fill out the feedback form for today's session. The link will be posted in our WhatsApp group soon. So to bring this session to a close, I now invite Professor M. Danagopal to deliver vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening to everyone present here. It's my pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for day two of our 7-day virtual faculty development program on tech-enabled student development in a VUCA-BANI world. Our heartfelt gratitude, Secretary Sri Udan Kumar Chodia, Associate Secretary Sri Hemant P. Chodia, Dean Dr. M. Ramya, Deputy Dean Dr. R. Surega, Director Dr. N. Venkatramanan, for their continued support and inspiring presence. A special thanks to our Chief Guest and Resource Person, Dr. Kala Sneha, Assistant Professor,
Thank you, sir.
Andaman College, Andaman College, for her thought-provoking and insightful session. Ma'am, your experience is academic research and students' engagement truly added value to our program. We also thanks all the faculty participants from various institutions for your academic participation and contributions. Wishing everyone continued learning and a pleasant evening. Thank you.
So thank you for your kind words of appreciation. We also thank Dr. Kala Sneha for today's session. And with that, we conclude
Participants,
day two.
please switch on your video. Just a photo session.
Yes, so there is a photo session. So I kindly request all the participants to on your camera to take a photograph. So please on your camera,
Yes.
all the participants, please on your camera just for a second. Some more participants are getting in. Yeah, please on your camera.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to all the
Thank
participants,
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
resource persons, special thank
Thank you, ma'am.
and yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
With
Thanks
that,
a lot.
yes,
The session is too good, ma'am.
Thank
yes.
you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So with that, we conclude day two of this enlightening FDP journey. We extend our heartfelt thanks to our resource person, Dr. Kala Sneha, once again, and to all our participants for making this session impactful. We look forward to your presence again tomorrow at 7 p.m. sharp for day three of this program. So thank you and have a wonderful evening.
The
Thank
feedback
you.
link
Thank
will
you
be
all.
shared in the WhatsApp group, ma'am. Please fill. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. You all can
Thank
leave,
you.
ma'am.
Have a great time.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.